Hello and welcome to your yoga practice. Today we're going to do a class all about our shoulders and our neck area, really getting into this upper body space. So I do recommend that you bring a block along. If you don't have access to a block, then you can either choose a cushion or a blanket that you just fold up. But we're actually going to begin by sitting on our prop. So taking your prop behind you, and we're going to sink our hips down onto the prop, and we're just going to come through a cross-legged position. So our hips are placed firmly on our block or prop, whatever you've got, and we're just going to allow the knees to drop open here, lengthening up through the spine with the crown of the head towards the roof. And this prop is going to be really helpful in keeping that length in the spine because we are going to be here for a moment. So allowing ourselves to sit up on something is going to help keep that length through the spine. Once you've found your way here, we're going to gently close down the eyes. And if this doesn't feel okay for you, you just will take your gaze just down in front of you. But wherever you are, allowing yourself the space and time to just find yourself here on the mat now, in this moment. Letting go of anything that's come and happened before now, and anything that you have to do afterwards, and just finding yourself in this moment. And then allowing the breath to be that connection to yourself. So allow yourself to tune into the breath, tune into the body, and find where you are today in this moment. Now really connecting with that breath, both the inhales and the exhales, because the breath is going to be what moves us in each pose today. So flowing, watching it flow in and out of the body. Now the next time you inhale, we're going to roll the shoulders forward and up towards the ears. And as you exhale, dropping them down the back and around. Inhale, lifting them forward and up. Exhale, back and down the body. Moving with the breath here. The eyes can stay closed or firmly fixed down in front of you. But just allowing yourself the space and time to begin to move into the shoulders. So often in our day-to-day life, our poor shoulders get hunched forward and around, and so just allowing yourself the space to open them up and back is really essential. Especially in today's age where we're often on computers or screens. Taking one more this way. And then when your shoulders have relaxed down, we're going to actually bring them back up and then exhale them down the front. Taking those shoulder rolls in the opposite direction. And then reversing those circles one more time. So inhaling, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, exhaling them down the back and away. And one more. And as they lower down the back, just releasing them here. Now you can keep your eyes closed or you might open them up. And then we're going to take our right ear towards our right shoulder. beginning to activate in that left side of the neck. Breathe in here. Now, if this feels like enough for you today, then feel free to just stay here like this. If you want a little bit more, then you might take that left hand and reach it out beside you, flexing at the wrist. So those left fingers are pointing up towards the roof. So we're creating a long line down from the left ear, down that left arm to the wrist. Now if you want a little bit more still, you might take that right hand and just place it on top of the left ear. So we're not actually pulling or anything here, we're just placing that hand on the ear. Breathe in here. Allowing that breath to just flow in and out. And then releasing that right hand from the ear, taking that right hand to the right side of the head, to the little temple there, releasing the left hand down beside you, and just walking your head back up, using the hand to help you lift your head. Good. Taking a breath here in the center, just noticing the left side, right side. Do they feel any different from each other? And then taking the left ear this time towards the left shoulder, activating into that right side of the neck. Now again, if here feels like enough for you, then stay here. If you want to take it a little deeper today, you might begin to send those right fingers out beside you, flexing at the wrist, so your right fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling, or the right corner of the room anyway. Breathing here, creating a long line from that right ear to into the right wrist. And then again, if you'd like a little more still, you might take that left hand and just place it on that right ear. Breathing here, feeling into that right side of the body. Then releasing that left hand, bringing it to the left side of the temple, releasing the right hand and using the left hand to bring the head up to center. And again, just pausing in the center, noticing right side, left side, and breathing here. Now from here we're going to take our chin and bring it down towards our chest. So your gaze is coming to fix down at the floor. Lengthening into the back of the neck. Shoulders stay down and away from the ears. And we're just looking down. Then as you inhale, bringing the head up through center. And as you exhale, taking that gaze up towards the ceiling, lifting the chin. So we're not dropping our head back, crinking it at the back of the neck, but instead we're lengthening up through the spine and just lifting up through the neck. Shoulders again stay down away from the ears, looking up towards the ceiling. And inhale brings the head back through center, and exhale bringing the chin towards the chest, gaze coming down. Inhale back to center, exhale lifting the chin, looking up towards the ceiling. Coming back through center in an inhale, and this time as we exhale we're going to drop the chin towards the chest, and then we're going to take our chin towards the right shoulder. So we're going to begin some circles here, so taking the chin towards the right shoulder and then circling that chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin towards left shoulder, down towards the mat. Good. So inhale, lifting the chin. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, lowers. One more this way. And then pausing here in the center with the chin towards the chest. And this time as you inhale, we're going to take the chin towards the left shoulder, lifting it up, and exhale via the right. Moving with your breath, so inhale, lifting up, exhale, lower down. Making circles. Now begin to make those circles a little bit smaller here. So whereas before we might have been doing a dinner plate, make it a side plate. Then maybe the size of a cup. Making them smaller still. And then just coming to rest with your head, crown of the head towards the roof. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to reach those arms out towards the side, and exhale, dropping that right hand down and lifting the left arm overhead. Taking that side stretch that we had through that left side before and extending it a little bit more, so it's coming right up from that left hip, right up the side of the body, right out through those left fingertips. Breathing here. And now we're not sinking down into that right shoulder, but we're lifting up, out and away. Now take your gaze and look up towards that left elbow. If this doesn't feel okay for your neck, you can keep your gaze down at the floor. But if it does, lifting it up, looking up towards that left elbow. Now can you open up a little bit more? Maybe open through that chest, open to that left side. Left shoulder dropping down and away. Really opening through that front side body. Then coming back through center to lift you up. Reaching the arms overhead. And exhale, dropping that left arm down, reaching the right arm over. Coming into that right side of the body. Now I don't know about you, but as somebody who likes to travel, I often find my shoulders and my neck get really sore when I travel. And having just travelled last week on a bit of a long flight, I actually crinked my neck, my left side neck. So this is the perfect class to get into that area. Now lifting up out and away of that left shoulder. And then opening up a little, opening up that chest. Looking up towards that right elbow. The inner elbow. Opening through the front body. Then bringing the gaze back down, reaching that right arm overhead before lifting up through center. Arms come to a T, and we're going to take the right arm and cross it over the left arm. So creating a cross with our arms, but lifted at the same height as shoulder height. Now from here, I'm going to give you a couple of options. You can either take your hands and place them on your shoulders with that right elbow over top of the left. Second option, lifting the arms up, bringing the backs of the palms together. Third option, palms come together. And we're going to move with our breath here. So as we inhale, lift those elbows up and exhale round through the spine, bringing the elbows in towards the belly button. Inhale and lift, lifting at the elbows, exhale round. Inhale lifts you up. Exhale rounds you down. Now inhale, lifting up. Breathing here, keeping those elbows lifted. And then exhale, rounding one final time. Before coming back through center. So those elbows are at shoulder height here. Can you take the hands a little further away from the face? Before unwrapping the hands if you have them wrapped and taking the arms out wide. Beautiful. Breathing here. And then crossing the left arm over the right. Again, hands can either come to shoulders. You can take the backs of the hands together or palms come together. Lifting the elbows up to shoulder height. Hands coming away from the face. And as you inhale, see if you can lift those elbows a little higher. Exhale, round through the spine as you bring the elbows towards the belly button. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, rounding. Coming back through center. Lifting up a little higher. Looking up towards the hands if you can. Breathing here. And your next exhale brings you down. Pausing to breathe. Coming back through center on an inhale. Shoulders and elbows at shoulder height. Breathing here. Can you take those hands a little further away from the face? Then unwrapping the arms and taking the hands out to the sides. Bringing the hands down to the knees and then taking a shoulder roll. Great. From here we're going to take those arms up overhead, and as you exhale, bend at the elbows and cactus arms. Take an inhale here And this time as you exhale, we're going to bring that left elbow towards the front of the mat, right elbow behind you. Breathe in here. On your next inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, right elbow comes forward, left elbow comes back. On your next inhale, come back through center and exhale, right elbow back, left elbow forward. Inhale through center and exhale, left elbow back, right elbow forward. Inhale through center. Exhale, releasing the hands, taking them back behind you and clasping the hands. I'm going to turn around and show you. So clasping the hands behind you, fingertips come together. And just come back down to sit. So that clasp of the hands, sending the hands down towards the mat so you can open through the chest, open that heart space. Breathing here. And then releasing the clasp of the hands, coming back through center. As you inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, we're going to take that left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you in a twist. So find length as you inhale and exhale, twist. Your gaze can either come towards the right side of the room or you can take it out over that right shoulder. And inhale brings you back through center, reaching the arms overhead. And exhale, taking the twist in the opposite direction. Again, find length as you inhale, exhale, twist in. And then coming back through center. Hands come to the knees here. And as we inhale, we're going to bring that chest forward, open through the heart, and exhale, round away. Coming through seated cat-cows here. Moving with your breath. Finding some movement into that spine. And then coming through center. We're going to come forward onto our hands and knees now. So moving that block out of your way. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips in tabletop position. And as we inhale, we're going to simply take our right ear to our right shoulder and our right hips towards the right side. Coming back through center. Left ear to left shoulder, left hips to the left side. Back through center. Taking them to the right. Back through center. Taking them to the left. Back through center. Good. Now from here we're going to stay in our tabletop position. And we're going to, again, come through those cat-cows. So drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale round through the spine. Moving with your breath here. Now really, at the shoulders and the chest area, can you exaggerate this movement a little bit more? Really feel into it. And then come back through center and begin to walk the hands out. So keeping those knees underneath, or the hips over those knees, walking the hands out, Dropping the forehead to the mat for puppy pose. Chest is coming towards the mat. Now, option here to take the chin to the mat. But just listening to your body and doing what feels good for you. If the chin feels like too much, just bring the forehead back down. Lifting up on an inhale, grounding down into those hands, walking them back, coming back through tabletop. Now from here, we're going to walk our knees back ever so slightly. Coming forward, leaning over the wrists and lowering down slowly to the mat. Taking the hands out so the elbows come underneath the shoulders. Grounding down into the elbows, rolling those shoulders down away from the ears, tilting that tailbone under slightly, opening up for Sphinx. Breathing into the chest. Now option to stay here or option to ground down into those hands, lifting the elbows off the mat and opening a little further. Exhale, lower the elbows. Breathing here. And then exhale, lowering down to the mat. Now from here we're going to take our left hand out beside our left shoulder. So creating a T. And we're going to take our right hand out to the right side of the mat. And we're going to take our left ear down. Grounding down into that right hand, we're going to begin to push into the hand, bending at the knee on the right side, and we're going to take the right foot behind the left leg, bringing that right hand in front of the chest or behind the back. So we're rolling over towards that left arm, getting into that left shoulder there. Breathing here, really relaxing that left ear down onto the mat. Now to come out of this, we're going to take our right hand and bring it down beside the right side of the mat. Bringing that right knee back towards the mat. Bringing the hips down onto the mat. And releasing down. Bringing the arms down beside you. And just noticing left side, right side. Now taking that right arm out beside you, grounding down into the left fingers, and we're going to bend at the left knee, turning towards that right shoulder, right ear on the mat, left foot comes behind the right, and then taking that left hand either beside the chest or behind you. Breathing here. Now to come out of this pose, we're going to take the left hand and bring it down to the mat. Bringing that left knee down to the mat, releasing the legs long, bringing the arms down beside the body, And taking the forehead to the mat and just really relaxing here. Noticing left side, right side. Then bringing the hands in underneath the shoulders, grounding down into the hands, grounding down into the knees. And we're going to come up through tabletop. So bringing the knees underneath the hips again, hands under the shoulders. And we're going to take our right hand and bring it to the center of the mat. Grounding down into that right hand. And as you inhale, we're going to lift up through the left arm, turning to the left side of the mat. As you exhale, sweeping that left arm under the right. Inhale, ground down into the right hand, open up to the left side. Exhale, sweeping the hand under. Inhale, lift up. And this time we're going to exhale, sweep that left hand under, come down to the left ear, coming to the fingertips of that right hand, and breathe in here. Threaded needle. Now you can stay here with the right hand, or you can extend the right hand long, the right arm long, sorry. Breathe in here. Really just relax that left ear down to the mat. Then walking that right hand back in, grounding down into the right hand, opening up to the left side, and coming back through center. Just going to switch the mic over. Now left hand comes down to the center of the mat. Grounding down into the left hand, opening up to the right side. Exhale, sweep that right hand under the left. Inhale, open up. Exhale, sweep it under. Inhale, opens you. Exhale, sweep it under, and this time bringing the right ear down to the mat. Coming up onto the fingertips of the left hand, or walking that left hand towards the top of the mat. Walking that left hand back, grounding down into the left hand so you can open up to the right side. And exhale, coming back through center. Bringing those big toes together and walking the knees as wide as the mat and sinking the hips back towards the heels. Walk those arms forward for child's pose, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Now while you're here in this child's pose, you might rock from side to side, allowing the forehead to just move from side to side. Then coming back through center, walking the hands back towards the hips and coming up to sit. We're going to come down onto our bottoms. Moving forward slightly on your mat. Soles of the feet into the mat. Arms come out in front of you and roll down the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming onto your backs and bringing the knees in towards the chest. You might rock a little from side to side. And then taking those arms out to a T. And we're just going to drop those knees towards the right side. Now left shoulder is grounding down into the mat. So if you find it's lifting, then maybe just bring a prop in underneath your knees and have your knees a little bit lifted. So you can have your block under there, a pillow, whatever suits you. But grounding down into that left shoulder and taking that gaze out over the left arm. Breathing here. Coming back through center on an inhale, bringing those knees up. And exhale, dropping them to the left side of the mat. Right shoulder grounded down into the mat, taking that gaze out over the right shoulder. And then coming back through center on an inhale, bringing those knees and hugging them into the chest one final time before lowering the feet to the mat, extending the legs out long, allowing the feet to just drop open. Arms come down beside you, palms faced up for your Shavasana. So letting go of the breath, letting go of the movements and just allowing yourself the space to just be. Beginning to lengthen the inhales and the exhale. Making some movements through the fingers and the toes. Allowing that movement to grow into the wrists and the ankles. And stretching the arms overhead, taking a nice full body stretch. Before bending the knees and rolling to the right side. Just pausing for a moment to find space for gratitude. Thank yourself for taking your practice. And then when you're ready, making your way up to sit. Keeping those eyes closed as you get here. Bringing those palms together in front of the heart. Thank Thank you for joining me today in your yoga practice. I hope you are able to loosen up through the shoulders and the neck. Bringing the hands together in front of the forehead. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this class and that you are feeling a little looser in your shoulders and your neck. If you did like this class, then you know what to do. Hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see when videos drop, then hit the notification bell. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.